All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we just had the amazing privilege to watch that diss track from the Japanese to Ubisoft. Now we're going to talk about the fact that the actual Japanese politicians are now involved with Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's how far the insult to Japanese history has become, where politicians are even getting involved. Now, let's remind people the last time I saw something like this go down to this like extent, right? Because this is really crazy. The last time I saw this was when Netflix tried to make Cleopatra black and the Egyptians lost their mind. That's the last time I saw this, when an entire country or a group of people went so insane over what a studio was doing that they protested it like crazy. That was the last time that I saw something like this do it. Monkey Man says the diet. So the diet, I don't know if it's pronounced diet, but the diet is essentially the legislative branch of Japanese government, from my understanding of it anyway. I know it sounds odd, but that's what it's called. I don't know if it's called diet or diet, probably diet. I have no idea. But it says Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada signals Assassin's Creed Shadows alteration of Japanese history and promotion of Yasuke could be brought before the Japanese diet or diet. Diet, I love the name, yeah. Diet is like their parliament. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Japanese bringing this shit to governmental authorities, right? That's how insulting, or that's how insulted Japanese people are. And Ubisoft will continue to try to tell you, as if this is not happening, that no, like Japanese people are totally fine with it, right? Mighty Cuck does the same exact thing. Mighty Cuck is out there shilling to his fans on Twitter. They watch his tweets more than his videos. He's telling his fans, "Oh, real Japanese people are not offended by this. The only people offended by this are people pretending to be Japanese." Well, is Satoshi Hamada pretending to be Japanese? Are the people who made the diss track pretending to be I mean, come on, man. At what point do we admit that you probably did something stupid, right? As much as you wanted to be able to say we was samurai and shit, I get it. I totally get it. You want to be someplace you never were. Totally get it. Totally get it. Actually, that's not true. You were in Japan, but you want to do something you never did, right? So that's in terms of a black samurai, but that's neither here nor there in terms of Yasuke. You want to do it so bad that you're willing to insult an entire group of people in order to get your way. You're willing to insult an entire group of people to be able to say we was samurai and shit. Just like, and you think that it's okay because white people let you do it, right? White people let you do it by saying we was Kangs and shit, right? Because of all the race swapping and the over blackification of European culture, right? You see it happen all the time. Look at Netflix. Netflix got all kinds of black people in British royalty everywhere, everywhere, right? So they think, okay, well, we got away with it with white people, right? We stole white people's culture, and we convinced everybody else that white people don't have a culture to steal. Now let's try to do it to the Japanese. Oh shit, Japanese are pissed. Wait, what? Why are you guys being racist for? That's the mindset. That's literally what's happening right now. So again, you really fucked up if you pissed off the Japanese. So it says Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada recently signaled he might bring up Ubisoft and their upcoming game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, before the Japanese Diet for altering the country's history, architecture, and more, as well as potentially using AI to generate images of the time period the game is supposed to be set in. So if you guys are unaware for whatever reason, you guys already know the altering of the country's history. That's obvious, right? But in terms of the architecture, they're actually using Chinese architecture in a lot of the buildings that you see in Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're using Chinese architecture. And you know how you can believe that? Because they use Chinese subtitles for the Assassin's Creed Japanese trailer. So this is the same company that put those subtitles. You really think it's hard to believe that they put Chinese architecture? They did. They 100% did. So again, and then AI images for art. This is why I really believe that with AI, you can kind of tell when a company uses AI, because this particular company that supposedly hired DEI consultants, right? You hire Japanese experts. And keep in mind, and I like saying this every single time because people, when they find out, they're like, what? One of the Japanese experts that they hired was a white woman, ladies and gentlemen. She studies gay relationships between Buddhas in early Japan. That's what she studies. And that's considered a Japanese expert. That's one of the people they hired. All right. So when they hire somebody like that, and then you sit here and wonder why there's so many obvious mistakes, it's because the people that they hired to make sure that they're being accurate, supposedly, quote unquote, accurate, they're not that great, right? They're not that great at doing that. So you really shouldn't have even wasted money hiring these consultants if you're going to make all of these blatant, retarded mistakes that are being caught by every single Japanese person watching the trailer. Why would you do that? You're wasting money. And it goes to show that you're not actually serious about trying to be authentic. You're not trying to be serious about authenticity at all. Even if you wanted to say, you know what, hey, we want to present Yasuke as this, whatever. Okay. All right. So you want to present Yasuke as the samurai, go for it. It's happened in the West so many times before because people think Yasuke was a samurai because everybody believes the book that is false from Locke, who made that book from reading Wikipedia, but that's besides the point. When you do these things, you then have to make sure everything else is button tight, right? You got to cross your T's and dot your fucking I's. You're not even crossing your T's and dotting your I's. So you're putting out a black samurai that you know people were going to be upset about, but you couldn't even bother to get the architecture right. You couldn't even bother to get the seasons right. When it comes to the plants and the fauna and all that stuff, you couldn't even bother to get the little things, the details right at all. So you just winging this whole shit. You winging all of it. Just the whole thing is being basically made up on the fly, I guess. But the funny thing is, you shouldn't be doing that because you have Japanese experts, don't you? You told people you did. You told everybody you did. You said you hired Japanese experts. Okay. I think I have more Japanese experts in my chat than you do working at Ubisoft. How sad is that? How sad is that? I literally got Japanese people in my chat right now. It's ridiculous, man. Unfortunately, I can't understand what he's saying, but I saw Ubi and I'm like, oh, okay, so he's making fun of Ubisoft probably. So let's continue. Let's see what he says. Using DeepL to translate, Hamada wrote on X, request for opinions. We have received a consultation regarding the alteration of Japanese history by a French game company. We share the consultation below with images. We have also quoted a post that we believe points out the problem with the game in question. We will be happy to receive your comments and suggestions, including specific requests. Okay. So let's continue. Let's scroll down to see what it says. So this is his original post here. This is Satoshi Hamada's post. All right. And it says, this is translated. Don't misunderstand why Assassin's Creed is on fire. Black people are the main characters. I don't really care. Non-Japanese people are flaming on their own. I asked a Japanese expert to make it, and they messed up the seasons, messed up the buildings, messed up the mannerisms. Did you really listen to him? It's a premiere box with concept art as a bonus, which is expensive. Suspicion of AI that learned the photos of Japanese period and messed it up. So according to this person, they hired someone, and that person, it didn't matter because they still messed up all the small details that matter, right? So the buildings, the mannerisms, the seasons, the fauna, the plant life, all that stuff, everything was fucked up. None of it was taken into account. And then they could realize that a lot of it was done by AI. He continues, we made a concept video. Chinese subtitles are added by mistake. I don't think it was a mistake.